Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, to a new video, Doom Drink Up Survival Dungeon, and I'm going to explain why I had been putting off doing one of these videos for so long. And it's because my setup for this dungeon, like my setup for the Rank Up Survival Dungeons in general, is always pretty clean, but lately it's been so sloppy. Like the team would like not have good synergy, or someone keeps dying when I put it on auto. I have to sub it out for this guy, but then that guy dies. So, and I'm fairly certain the reason for that. By the way, look at this. I've ruined out Shiv. I've chosen her moves. You know? So Shiv is there. So I'm fairly certain if I do it myself, I can get to the rank, or at least as far as I want to get. I'm ranking up Emerus. So, I take the reels here. Oh my, I forget that Shivakura is like magic and earth. I always forget that. Alright, there's a monster that I swapped it out for in the last Team Wars video. Actually, no, it was in the triple damage PvP video earlier. It was Forge Labs. Alright, so I'm gonna see how far this can go. Shivakura is like such a great attacker, but my biggest dilemma with her is, do I want to run like her AoE or not? Because, you know, there's so much dodge area in the meta that you're always like tempted to be like, no, because if you run it, you're gonna get like dogged on and you can only hit one person, and Death Mark gives double damage and this and that. Which honestly, seeing her moves and like how low damage some of them are, like, I'm not sure how she is like as meta as she is, but I can see it. She seems like, I don't know. Actually, yes, I do. She's a dodge area monster, but I don't think she would get used at all much if she wasn't a dodge area monster. Because, like, she can cycle her attacks, but her, like, attacks, kind of like Jack Rasail, how you can give him double damage, damage boost, and triple damage all in one turn, but his strongest attack is only 30. I don't know what her strongest attack is, but I'm fairly certain I remember it being like 45, maybe 50. I remember it being not too high, because it's just like a moderate, right? Look, I'll show you. Death Mark, yeah, look, it's only moderate. So how much better is it really than Jack Rasail? I don't think it's better skill-wise, but her trait and the fact that she has 2 elements, and the fact that she can also have a random hater, I think those are where she, like, surpasses Jack Rasail, you know? But I always hear a lot of people be like, oh, well, Jack Rasail sucks. And I'm like, well, okay, that's just my opinion. I like Jack Rasail. I just think he's a cool monster, and I love the fact that he can, like, one-shot if he's not using anticipation. Alright, here's the node where I always die. Well, not I always die, Emerus always dies. Look, Spoom, half his health is gone. What's the best move here? You don't have an AoE? Oh, you do here. Okay. So sad that he always dies. Look, because it does 50%. I don't get it. Ignite can kill him. Ignite can kill a nature monster in 2 moves. That feels like unbalanced, but like if you look at some of the monsters in this game, you realize they're not trying to make a balanced game. Alright, look at this. Deadly aim, and let's see if I can get the Dark Hater. Dark Hater, I got it. So almost 1,000,000 damage. Man, that was nice. Yeah, she's only at level 100. Some monsters can't do that at 130. Although I do have her with pretty good runes. I usually hold back on giving any old era monsters really great runes, but she feels like a all-around useful attacker who, even when she'll be a bit outdated, can still kill because of her damage boosting. And she's a dodge area monster, you know? so it's not the same as like a normal Earth attacker. You know, she's a really cool monster. I forgot to. Oof. Forgot to give them a new teammate. And here's the problem. Here's where in my opinion, it looks sloppy. Like, I don't have a teammate right there. So I gotta go and replace him, but I have nobody good to replace him with. Now, usually I was just putting, like, Galvanus, but I could just put Fundy, because I stopped ranking up Fundy to rank up Shiv, or Krang Dog. Shiv, yeah. So I guess now he's back. You know, it's just Fundy. The only reason I was upgrading Fundy was because he was a cool monster, you know? But that was, like, where his pros just end. He's a cool monster, a decent attacker, but at the end of the day, he's, like, not great. Like, at all. You know? So, like, if I need to stop ranking up a monster, you're gonna stop ranking up the worst monster on your team first. Because, like, in a couple nodes, I'm gonna have Clutch. And then, you know, Taunt Dodge Area, with him and Shiv both ranking up at the same time, that's gonna be really useful. So I'm probably gonna have to replace Brainlian, because I'm ranking up Brainlian, as you can see, literally right here. Even though he's got a very nice speed stat, you know, I'm gonna have to drop him. You know, so sad. Too bad. Crashing Flame. It's got pretty cool animations, you know. Sick monster overall, in my opinion, but he's just not good enough to be prioritized. And yeah, Shiv is just awesome, man. I love Shiv. I've always loved Jack Rasail, but the thing is, he can kind of be a glass cannon. And the unspoken weakness of being a light monster is the fact that anyone who is still running a Metro monster who has Hidden Shiv can basically wreck you, because Hidden Shiv does so much damage. Where is my 50% life shield? It's so funny that I have that, like, ironically. Boom, bucket of lava, burn to all. And then, ooh, this is where I can showcase some of my damage output. Boom. Damage increase. Deadly aim. This should kill you, right? Okay. I want to kill Katsuko, but he's really the smallest threat. So I'm gonna kill that one over there first. Ninjutsu. You attack twice. Usually monsters don't run two good moves. Psionic waves. Maybe war technology. So I copy your moves. Whoa, how is this killing, but this isn't? Low? Low. Yeah, that's my problem with her, is how low her damage output is. Psionic waves. Okay, so I can deny you two. And it lands because I had true vision. You kill. Oh, revival for the win. And that's actually an annoyingly efficient dot to have against Shiv, is drown. Vulnerable. And kill. Death mark. No healing. Oh yeah, guys. By the way, I've learned about from sneak peeks, and you're gonna quite like this. I completely forgot in 2 seconds. Oh yeah, the next banner being made, because, you know, relics, they have to make a new one, right? Like, if they just released Fundy's trap, they're not gonna make another trap 2 seconds later. They gotta release them in an order so that they're always like a new relic. And next relic is gonna be a banner, meaning that Alaro expander will be craftable. Now it's not OP, you know, I don't want to over endorse it, but it's a pretty nice banner. I actually reflected their moves. Oh, at least I killed the Drainer. See what I mean? I feel like it's so sloppy to die on node 10, but then again, they're all level 100s. And then here's where I switch to my A team, but my A team doesn't survive very long at all. Like when I'm playing with Elvira and Cherub Cupid and Uriel, this dungeon feels like it's way too easy. But then I use a team that isn't those three, like these two. Plus, it doesn't even matter what monster I put here, I still lose. But once I try and run a team like this, I get like smoked instantly. You know, I don't go as far as I need to. Because there's no point in like switching around all these runes if I'm getting like 2 points of stamina. No, 2 cells for all of these guys. Because, you know, just the ability to heal your team, I think, is really great in this Doomsday era survival dungeon. But really, there were not many Doomsday monsters that do healing. So I'm kind of stuck in a situation, a pickle, if you will, which I know you would love to. So, you know, this is just my setup for now. I have Elvira at rank 5. Uriel's almost to rank 5, but I don't want to get him there quite yet. Like, I like the position of, if I need to revive someone, I can plop him in there, and if I get cells for him, I'm not wasting a turn, you know? Because, like, here's my example. I have Elvira Demon Slayer at rank 5, right? If let's say I want to win a match, and I use Elvira Demon Slayer, and I get cells for her, boom, that's like a match wasted because I got cells for someone I don't need cells for. But if I still kinda need, but would rather not get Uriel cells and I get Uriel cells, then boom, that was alright, you know? Like, I'm not getting anything unnecessary. He will get to rank 5 eventually with the tactic I'm using, but it's not gonna be pretty. Now, a strategy I forgot about, but I've remembered, like, literally just right now, is that if you ever fight a node with a team that you want going all the way, if you ever fight a node that you know they can't beat, but you have higher ranked monsters that you know can beat it, you can just plop in that team that you don't want cells for, have them almost win it, and then quit the battle, and then put the monsters you do want the cells for in, and it'll count as they won the battle. And then you can, you know, move on to the next node, which hopefully your normal team can beat. But if it can't, you do the same thing again. So there are some strategies to help me, you know, that I just haven't been using very well at all. I just haven't been using it at all, I'll be honest. So I'm going to look into doing those now. Which, something I also want to bring up, I know it's almost the end of school for, like, anyone who's in school. And, like, oof, I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like this is going to be a long summer. Like, with just the way the world has been going, you know, COVID and this and that, left and right, I feel like something's going to happen this summer, like something dramatic. I get that there's already a war right now, but, so hopefully things don't get much worse. I could use a relaxation, like, a little bit of downtime, where I don't have to worry about the world going down or something. So, regen to everyone. Oof. Fructose lover. I think I might be able to kill everyone. Oh. You're not that strong. Quicksand is really hurting you. Nightmares. I could have given you drown, but I decided to go for nightmares. And you die. Alright. Snowgross is a pretty good tank. For me at least, he doesn't have that much life because I didn't like ultra health ruin him out. But you know, the fact that he is one of the two only monsters, one of the two only mega taunt monsters that you can run with 7 sins, makes him a very, like, important monster to most people. Now, boom, only the damage mirror kicks in, and that even gets you guys an extra dot thrown in there. Yeah, I forget how OP 7 Sins is, because my PvP team used to be Galvanus, Rarus, and, guy right there. I forgot his name as I use him. Snowgrass. Right? And, like, the main mechanic was, like, I had Galvanus with, Demonic Pact, so if they had no way to cleanse, they were gonna eat my tortures, or the pact was gonna kill them. And let me tell you, that got tons of wins. Now that the meta has changed a little bit, I'm experimenting with different teams, but that team had treated me well when I used it. Now, the fact that I'm playing this out right now, it's going a lot better. Usually this might be like a dumb sentence, but like usually I'll just put it on auto because it'll be like nighttime and I don't have like the energy or anything else left, so I just don't want to I don't feel like completing it myself. And whenever I do that, they always die so early. Like, I think they might die to this node. They die to node 13, which I'm like, you're all meta monsters. How are you dying to node 13? But still. And so I'm happy that doing it myself, I'm getting actually some decent, not rewards, but I'm getting decently far. Galvanus might die because of these 2 dots, actually. 2 turns? Oof, I don't know if I could last that long. Never mind. So here's what I think I'm gonna do, which I haven't done before. I'm gonna plop in a team that I know can beat this node, and then I'm just gonna carry on with the rest of the nodes however I feel. Alright. So it's gotta be monsters I know, like, I'm not trying to rank up right now. Because, like, let's say my entire team dies, I know I want to rank up these 2 to rank 5. But, like, Uriel is the perfect example of it's safe to use him, because, you know, if I quit before it, I won't get cells, because I don't want cells for him right now. I want to go Jack Rasail. Yeah, let's do it, Jack Rasail. And then, darn, I don't have any of the taunt monsters from this era. So I'm just gonna go you. I could go for Zyron, but I'm just gonna save that for the next time if I need it. Which, tell me, do you say Zyron or Zyron? Because I say Zyron, but it's Zyron the Great, yeah. But, like, I could see arguments for saying it both ways. And since Monster Legends is not a game with, like, voiceovers, you really don't know how they want you to say it. So it's always up to interpretation. Kind of like if you say, Cuberion, or I don't know, some people were saying Cuberion a lot of wacky ways. Alright, so Demonic Pact kicks in, and I possess all of our enemies. It lands on everyone but one guy. But that one guy is just a support monster, which, granted, does make this kill a lot harder. Yep, because shield plus regeneration is actually a really nice mechanic. But, watch this. I was talking about Jack Rasail earlier, which is why I opted to use him here. I'm not like Jack Rasail's supremacy or anything, but I really like the monster. Find the prey, and catch dog. Which you see with these damage boosts, it's almost always an instant kill, which is really nice. So catch dog, 850k. It's 850k. That's like a big thing. You know, if you just say 850, it's not that much in its own. Curse to all. I don't think you guys need anything extra. You should die on your own. Sorry about the bugs if you can hear them and they're annoying you, but I can't exactly turn them off. They're in my background. Who has the death countdown? Oh, it's the enemy. Oh, recharge. And boom. Here's for the second node. Now I have to remember to quit before I win. Because if I don't, like, I'm wasting cells, you know? And cells, like getting the monster you want ranked up, when you want them ranked up, is a very important aspect. Also, whenever you try and use water monsters, you always fight thunder monsters. But whenever you're not using a water monster, you never fight thunder monsters. It's like this annoying correlation. Boom, you don't do anything. And then... Ooh, you're the most tanky, but you're the most annoying, so I'm gonna kill you first. Gonna revive you. Just gonna do that. Just gonna cleanse, and since I'm Earth and you're Thunder, I kill, because elemental advantage in this game is kind of broken. So, boom, shocks everyone. Stamina, and I don't really need to kill him on my own. I could just wait for him to die. But it's Jack Russell, you know? The point is that you can kill one enemy pretty quickly, pretty easily. Oh yeah, I was told that with Jack Russell, like as you might have been able to clearly see there, on his second turn he can cycle longer than his first turn, and I've never tried it, so if someone could tell me if that's worth it, because I'm pretty sure if you don't use that triple damage boost and then attack, you're missing out on a lot of damage. But if it does more damage by waiting, then I'll do it, man. Ooh. I think I'm all out of stamina relics. Yep, I'm gonna recharge. It's at least a great thing that he can hold the banner, because he's like itching for stamina, but at least he can hold more stamina. So when he recharges, it's more, you know, just, I don't need to explain why having more of stamina is a good thing. I would happily, but I don't need to. So hunt mode. Search the target. Find the prey. Burnt blood kicks in and you're dead. Now I have triple damage and everything. Boom. You're dead. You gotta love how Catch Dog is an instant kill. Boom. Don't worry, I remembered to quit. I bet you thought I wasn't gonna. So now that I've remembered, I can just plop the team I want ranked up here. And boom. Just like that. They're gonna have cells instead of this team. Which, you know what's funny? You could always just plop in Viziel to resurrect a Uriel. Which is kind of funny how their names sound like they correlate. So Frosty the Freak, he was a monster that it took me, you know, a bit to get around to ranking up to. But, you know, matters that you get there, not how long it took. I mean, it definitely matters how long, but as long as it's, like, not over the top, then it's fine. So Hestia. Wait, why is your name that? You're one of my most powerful monsters, one of my favorite monsters ever. And you have a name like that? Hestia. More like Euros. I think that was the name of the Roman Cupid, which Cupid is a Greek god. The Roman one was named Euros. He's actually got moves referencing Euros, which is why, you know, naming him that would be kind of like, well, it already says it in his name, so there's no point in naming him that. But I'd like to think that he's self-centered. Boom, that kicks in, it almost kills, you drain my stamina, and kill. Looks like I forgot to run stamina relics on my Cherub Cupid, so I'm gonna fix that now. Look at this, I got cells for Brainlian, Cherub, 60 for Shivakura, that's what we like to see. I'll run my stamina on Cherub. I don't know, I don't know about you guys' opinion on Cherub, because I really love Cherub. Yeah, he's definitely might be my favorite monster ever. Which, you know, it'd be so based for a Pierce monster to be my favorite, but it's more about the experience I've had with him. than what he does. Cause like oh no, game froze. I gotta fix this. No, oh my god, I literally said this would happen. You see where like I said if my team died, I knew who I'd want to get to rank 4. Well, my team died. It didn't die. Like, a glitch took the lives of all my teammates. Which, you know, if TV has taught me anything, I will start a revenge arc against them. So I know him and rusd, which these two can be partnered with a good attacker because they will practically guarantee that attacker gets to go in. But something that I've realized is if you pair them with Master Goldfield, it's even better because he'll trait disable, so not even dodge area can stop you, and you can get the rest of everyone. Now, as for attackers I want at rank 4, no, at rank 5, not very many. Like, maybe Lord Inheritor, just because I bought him, so I might as well. Very tempted to go for Orko, but at the end of the day, he's pretty basic attacker. Like, with phenomenal raw damage, but raw damage is not enough sometimes. So I'm gonna go Lord Inheritor. He's a monster who I always know how great he is, and then I always underrate him. You know? So, boom. What to run on him, though? I think I'm gonna go for this. Hey, what was that? Hold on, I'm kinda wanna know. There was a stamina relic. What was this? Spirit sword, okay. I've never used spirit sword, so it was kinda like weird for me to see. Alright, I could run him with a different armor, but I really don't need to go through that. There we go, some music for the background. And then I'll cleanse away the Megataunt, because even though you have tough, and I have precision, so maybe it's a guarantee I'll hit with you, I need to make sure I hit you. Because you have Bulwark. Although, like, I really love, like, the fact that rusd has, 0 cooldown move. The fact that rusd has True Vision as one of the best, like, cleanse deniers, that's one of my reasons that I think he's just in that next league. Boom, you gotta love a strong, powerful attacker, which sadly for me, as much as I love strong, powerful attackers, I have almost none, you know? Just no pure attackers, or even almost pure attackers that I invest in, just because, you know? No specific reason. I'd love to invest in some people more, but Purgatory Throne, you know, I've even seen people, which I kind of very much like this strategy, because he has immune to torture, kind of run him that how they used to run like Poseidonia, with a bit of tankiness, and you can even give him 7 sins, and then he makes for a pretty good reflection monster. Like, you attack him, he reflects, then he possesses or gives you all hellfire. Oh yeah. Alright, here's where that trait disable would have came in handy. Then here's the thing with Phase Rug, I've played this node with rusd as my only denier before. I will stay here and just, since rusd has a spammable cooldown activation, I can literally just sit there and do that forever. And I'm not joking you when I say that. I have before. Cooldown to all. I think you all should die next turn. Like, not you all. I mean, yeah, the girl who just died in Aloe Death. I'll be here for a while with Phase Rug. Which, you know, luckily at least this team has Lord Inheritor. Like, if it didn't, this would be more of a hassle. Because I sometimes do these nodes without even having an attacker. Because look at this. Boom, no memory. I could just do this forever. You know? Just like Captain America, I could do this all day. Do I want to make this take all day? Heck no. But, you know, I got nothing but time. That's actually a complete lie. Don't take all day, please. Look at this. And then when it gets back around to his turn, I can recharge. Because he'll be getting that many turns because Phase Rug is... He's not that slow, but Phase Rug is slow. Now, luckily, him being a 2-element monster, everyone on this thing is 2-element monsters, he also has dark attacks, so he's not limited to just fire. So, he doesn't always have to have an elemental weakness. Merchant. I'm just going to recharge again. Make sure to keep your cooldowns deactivated. Cycle cooldowns. Just going to kill you next turn instead of attacking for 2 turns. Just in case it doesn't kill. And Merchant of Souls. That was the first node? Oh, okay, I was about to say. Y'all doing me wrong. Now, the fact that I can even work on getting monsters to rank 5 and level them up on the way there used to be super scary to me. You know, I used to be like, oh, well, I'd run out of food so quickly, and, like, the dungeons would get messed up. It was a theory I had a while ago. I don't feel like rehashing it right now, but basically consisted of, I thought the dungeons were going to mess up if I had anyone at 150. Because the way the dungeons work for monsters up to 130 is it'll set the level of the monsters in like the default dungeons anyways to the level of your highest monster. So I was like, oh, if I go 150, then my legendaries won't be able to beat their dungeons anymore. Which turns out they were able to. I was over exaggerating for sure. I think I've died. No. Flaming Amulet. I've got a bad dot, but luckily he can turn himself into a baby. Supreme Fun. You see what I mean? They gave a lot of people immunity to stun one way or the other. Like Celestial was a popular trait last season. And Celestial comes with immune to stun. Cleanse, and I don't like Dragon City, so I'll just let you die of that dot. And Memory Wipe. And more dots. Recharge. Yeah, I think just these 2 deniers can take out a few nodes on their own. But, like, this won't last forever. Boom, you're mega stunned. But the other 2. And I'm fairly certain this Jack Rasail only has Titan, Sleeps on Clouds, and he has a team damage boost. Okay, Cleanse plus cooldown activation plus dot to all. Oh my god. Oh. Well, I guess we're going tick for tack. Beastman Stroll. Infectious Slime. Feral Instinct. 2 dots. Hopefully I get the ones that are strong against you. Oh, I did, at least for her. Beastman. No! Yes? Victory! Alright, so I beat the node, but everyone died. So, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 monsters got cells this dungeon. I guess this shows 10 of the monsters I want ranked up. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That was my playthrough, and I kind of explained and showed why I haven't been making videos of this dungeon. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, you know, to help boost my ego, and to help this video do better in the algorithm. Comment and I will respond. I always read over my comments. Subscribe to join the Crab Army, and that's about it. Your favorite Omnis. Oh, subscribe to join the Crab Army. We're almost gonna reach 50 subscribers, which is a big milestone because then we can invade a small country. That's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, your favorite Omnis Crab signing out.